Here's a great question. Why would you change from this piece of crap little plastic fuel rail on your TBI bike to this much higher quality aluminum fuel rail? Well, one of the big reasons is because when you're trying to take apart your quick disconnect thing here out on the trail to clean this stupid little way too small fuel filter because it's clogged up and your bike runs like crap, you're having a tendency to gark around on this fuel line, which likes to snap the neck of your fuel rail right here. In fact, this was such a problem when the bikes came out, you couldn't even buy this fuel rail for about 5 months. It was such a problem, and it's worse when it's cold out. So we came up with this much better quality aluminum one. There's the first reason. This video is all about changing the fuel rail and why. Well, we already showed you the first reason. The second reason is the holes, the transfer holes for the fuel. This one here is relatively small compared to the one in ours, which is double the size. You can see a good comparison here, and you kind of get it. Now, it just ended up being a small weak link when I was holding the bike wide open for a few seconds down the road, trying to do some tests for a Bonneville speed run. It would start to lean out, and the reason ended up being these transfer holes right here. So once they were bigger, that problem was solved. So if you're going to be going wide open through the desert or on the motocross track, well, do it for that reason. So it's relatively easy to change, but it's much easier if the throttle body actually comes off the bike. To get the throttle body off the bike, it is much easier just to take the pipe off, the tank off, lift the subframe up, take these bottom bolts out of the subframe here, loosen up these top ones, take this, or loosen up this clamp at least. This one you can leave tight still where the throttle body goes into the boot. Twist the subframe up, and then you can get to everything, and then go ahead and tighten this one down here, and that will hold it up in place. Loosen this clamp up here, your throttle body will come off, and you can turn it enough to work on it right here if you want, or you can just take it out of the bike. So this comes off relatively easy. You'll take these two bolts out, these two bolts here, pull this assembly out. The injector is going to come out with the fuel rail because this clip holds it in place. You can put a screwdriver in here and just pull the thing out, expand the sides on the dumb thing, and take the clip out, and then the injector will come right out. Somebody was worried that the injector was going to fall out without the clip, and I have no idea where it's going to go. That's just held in there for assembly. I would put grease on all the seals. Sometimes this one might come out and stick in the fuel rail, so make sure everything is in place. You can put them in here first. You can put them in the injector in the fuel rail first. Let's do that. Get them in the right way. Push down on the O-ring a little bit so it goes in easy. And everything's pretty simple. That's it. Bolt this dude back together. Kind of wiggle it around. Everything is clean. Now, if you're going to reuse the stock fuel line and quick disconnect, that's fine. A clamp comes with it. Put it back together. I would clamp it down now. If you're going to switch over to our bigger capacity fuel filter that we sell, so you don't clog up that little guy so fast, then go ahead and leave this off, and we will put it together with the new fuel line later. So that's it. It's back together. You've made a wise choice. I think you've protected against breakage, and you've protected against the thing possibly leaning out if you are wide open for a while. Next video, we will get into the larger capacity fuel filter, which is a good idea for protection as well. So thanks for watching. See you next video.